over 2 million people, 2 million women people.
So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud.
I mean, come on, imagine. You can charge your phone on your way home from work. That's good stuff.
Dumb.
Stupid. Would I use dope? Nope.
These kids are right. Drugs will hurt your mind, your body, and your life.
There's no hope with dope.
Well. There seems to be a growing contingent, a growing momentum, Kamala momentum that seems to be extremely negative for her. Now, she released her economic policies, and it was a unmitigated disaster, erasing a 10-point lead in the betting markets. Now, a lot of people will tell you the betting markets are, people just betting with their hearts, and it's not necessarily representative of, say, the average American. I think that that's a fine thing to say. That's a fine statement to make. But they are, I would always say, directional. Okay, so that's how I view them. They're directional. And this is a woman that has had her lead completely erased since coming out with her communist ideology. And if you look, at some of these election markets, it's undeniable. But what's even more damaging, so right now, this is Kamala Harris at one point earlier this week, just a few days ago, okay, had a 10-point lead on Donald Trump. Right now, it's less than 1. You can buy Kamala winning for 49.4 cents, or you can buy Trump for 48.4. So it's 1 cent difference, a single cent. And if we look at the chart, okay, the Kamala phenomenon, okay, it's over. This is a woman that led in the betting markets by 53 to 45, 53 to 44. She led us by as many as 11 points. She led by as much as 10 points, and it's completely erased in the last day. Okay? Georgia for Trump, Nevada for Trump, Arizona for Trump, Pennsylvania still for Harris. I think he's going to win Pennsylvania. Wisconsin, big lead for Harris. That's disappointing. And Michigan, big lead for Harris. Doesn't matter. If Trump wins Pennsylvania, he wins the election. Okay? The fact that they have Nevada as a toss-up is absurd. Nevada's obviously a Trump state. He's going to win it. Arizona is a toss-up, but if he wins that, he wins the election. All right? But she has her lead has been completely erased in the gambling markets. And then when you look at the gambling markets will be first. And then you're going to start to see the polling data. And then you're going to start to see, the actual media react to it. But here's another huge problem for Kamala Harris right now. There is a growing contingent of people. There's a growing narrative of people that are very concerned that she has some sort of substance abuse problem. Now, I am not saying that she does or that she doesn't. And I am not saying that I have evidence one way or the other. But you are starting to see a lot of these interviews where she seems to me to be impaired. She seems, whether it's, hey, look, I get anxiety. I take prescriptions for that. It doesn't make me slur or do any of the things that she's doing. But you can see this. A thread from Nicole Liza, okay? Very good thread. Shout out for this. In fact, I'm going to give you a follow because you clearly worked hard on it. Anyone familiar with alcoholism has to see that Kamala Harris has a drinking problem, right? 1, she's drunk in public and on video. She's not stupid or awkward or joyful. She's drunk, day drunk. In front of cameras, in front of kids, she's drunk. Watch the videos to see for yourself. By the way, nothing against a good day drunk but maybe not when you're running for president, all right? Her campaign team and the Biden administration manage her the way families attempt to manage alcoholic parents. The campaign is hyper-controlling, keeping her away from any situation that might expose her secret, hence not allowing her to speak off script and refusing press conferences. The Biden admin was very unhappy with Kamala and reluctant to give her responsibility. Though the administration did not admit it publicly, aides and staff reported that the press with enough regularity that was considered to be a basic fact. The entire quote joy campaign is actually an elaborate cover for her public drunkenness. It's classic mom's not drunk, she's just really happy, but on a national scale. It's like being gaslit by dysfunctional parents into pretending your alcoholic mom, aunt / grandma or whatever is just fine. Thank you. Keep smiling. The world is watching. If we pretend hard enough, maybe we can fool ourselves into be happy too. One, you'll have to turn up the volume a bit, but look at the kids' faces. Now, there are so many of these clips. Perhaps some of them might say, hey, they slowed this down, or it's audit, whatever, okay, I wasn't there. But there's so many of them, it's very difficult to listen. So here's one of them. She's talking to like a volleyball team, I think.
I just wanted to come by and say hello. You guys are the reason I do what I do. And I just love your competitive spirit. I love how you guys are just working at it. You are ready to be a team. And you're
Look at their faces. Look at their faces. They're like, she's drunk.
And I just got
Is she drunk?
Yeah, the guy in the video, yeah.
so proud. How you guys doing?
Watch her arm.
I mean, she seems drunk to me. You have this video. She looks like a mess. Here, this is live VP Kamala Harris versus Madison. Now, there's some background music, which, down the road, this clip may have to get deleted because of that. But
because when we think about the strength of our democracy, I think that
she
there's
falls,
a
she
duality to
loses
the
her balance there.
nature of democracy. When it's intact, it's so strong.
Oh, yeah, it really is.
In terms of what it does to uphold and protect individual rights and freedoms.
Yes.
So strong.
So strong.
And
it's
very fragile.
She's drunk. It is my opinion that she is drunk. How about this? She thinks the mask will hide it, so she doesn't have to.
I think it is important to look at folks like Haley and Kelly and also say we're going to take note of the fact that during the pandemic, over 2 million people, 2 million women people became unemployed.
Women people? Now, I'm not an I'm a bit of an expert on drinking, but I also am a bit of an, unfortunately, expert on addiction. This doesn't necessarily mean it's booze. It could be pills, opioids, things like that. It could be that she's on downers because she has public speaking anxiety or something like that. How about this? If it's public speaking anxiety, they have meds for that.
Our extraordinary President Joe Biden.
Whoa.
And he's going to speak in a minute, but there's a lot of love in this room for our president.
She's drunk, right? I'm not crazy. She's drunk. Look, when my dad passed away, sorry, Mom, I know you watch my videos. I definitely went down a pretty dangerous path, I'll say. It never got to the point where it was destroying any aspect of my life. But, what used to happen once or twice a month started happening 15 times a month. I know it when I see it. Now, are all of these videos slowed down? Maybe. Even the interviewers look uncomfortable.
You know, we have to stay woke.
We do.
Everybody needs to be woke.
Look at her face. Look at her face. Does this woman look comfortable?
And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke. Yeah.
Look at the blonde's face.
Like everybody needs to be.
Look at it. Look at her.
And you can talk about.
She's wildly uncomfortable. If you've ever been, by the way, there are dozens and dozens of these videos, okay? If you've ever been around somebody who's drunk and you're not drunk, you know exactly what this is. You know exactly what this is. You've seen it. There's that, oh my God, she's drunk again kind of thing, right? Here she is saying that they're going to take the patent.
I will snatch their patent so that we will take over.
By the way, that's illegal and full-on fascistic. And maybe it's weed. I don't know. But to me, I've hung out with people that smoke every day my entire life. And I've also hung out with people that drink a lot. This is not weed. She's drunk. Or she's inebriated or under the influence of something. Because it's like, you don't slur your speech from weed. Now, if it's opioids, heavy stuff, sure.
So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house.
Oh, the cloud.
It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud that exists above us.
She actually thinks the cloud is a real cloud.
Right?
Everybody, hey, look, every guy out there, okay? Every guy out there, or every girl out there, I just say guys first because I know that's 95% of my audience, but I know I do have some beautiful, good-smelling women that watch me too. Everyone's been there. Their boyfriend, their girlfriend is drunk, pontificating, and you're just like, yeah, honey, cool. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, okay. Let's get into the car. It's, it happens to everyone. Why is she so excited about charge ports on buses?
The bus has Wi-Fi and even USB outlets next to every seat. I mean, come on, imagine. You can charge your phone on your way home from work.
She's drunk. She's drunk. How about this clip?
It is a reflection of our moment and our time, right? And present culture is the way we express how we're feeling about the moment. And we should always find times to express how we feel about the moment that is a reflection of joy, because it comes in the morning.
What? What? She's drunk. She's blotto. She's completely out of her mind. Now, I don't know if it's booze, but she's impaired. I have a lot of law enforcement officers behind that follow me, right? I tweeted this video out earlier. Okay. I said she's very clearly intoxicated. Here's Leo Mike, law enforcement officer. I've done hundreds of DUI stops and FSTs. I'm not sure what FSTs are. Maybe those are drunk, like where you got to pull over and whatever. I don't know. She is highly intoxicated. There is nobody in this thread that says she's not drunk. Now, maybe it's not alcohol. I would say, inebriated, or she's on, something. It's something. But, I mean, this is going to be very difficult for Kamala to overcome. Trump's closing in. Trump still has an immense amount of work to do. He survived the Kamala nomenon and cacklementum. He survived that, but he needs now to build on this. Now, I don't think he should go out there and like request drug testing before the debate or anything. That'd probably be a bad look. But he needs to focus on her flubs and really capitalize on this, because this is a huge opening for him, because the narrative around this woman is that she's an absolute mess. I'm curious what you say, though. Let me know.